Just a spectacular afternoon for football here in the Tar Heel state of North Carolina as EA Sports welcomes you inside Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Washington football team and the Carolina Panthers. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Haskins looking to throw on first down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this play sequence was really kind of called in reverse. Incomplete pass on 1st and 10. Nice run on 2nd and 10 when probably everyone was expecting them to throw the football. Now, if you're the defense, what are they going to do on 3rd down? You're a little off balance.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's got the first down before being taken down. And the 46.
He was tackled at the 46-yard line. A 5-yard gain on the play. First down, Washington.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. Here's Haskins out of the gun. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Out.
49. On second down, here's 4nt. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
Check. Switch. Bang. Man, 80. Switch. Undercrush.
They'll try and run for it with 4nt. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. 1 interception. It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing again. Haskins slings this deep from McLaurin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
Let's take it inside his own 40. A nice punt, but a good run back as well, 13 yards. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position.
Check 56. Man, 80. I got you, boy. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Back. Slant.
4nt, a first down carry. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Mike spot 9. It's just no 80. It's just me and you. Switch. Hey, alert 3. Slam. Check 99. Oh, 80. Kill.
Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 5.
check. 59, 59. I'm coming. Ready?
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
36.
On first down, Gibson. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 36.
They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36. On play action, Haskins. Incomplete. His first half struggles continue. He has yet to complete a pass. Hard to believe.
It is, because I don't see anything wrong with him physically. Maybe he's a little amped up to begin with. Would have thought he would have settled down by now. I think someone's got to get in his ear, got to be a psychologist a little bit, and get it back on track.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their 3rd possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense, just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
We're scoreless after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter.
Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
Go, go. Watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now Fournette. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
He was brought down at the 26. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Ready? 56 is the mic. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense. Shift. Watch the shift. Ready?
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. A pass underneath for Fournette. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Wide, get wide. Come on, young lady. Wait. Watch the lady. Check three.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. So the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Montez Sweat brought him down. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 42-yard line.
Mott's 56. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. 56 to Mott, boys. 56. Check 56. So don't say that.
On second and a couple. Darnold. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Fournette.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to...
And he will take it across for Panthers touchdown. Leonard Fournette, touchdown number 18 on the year. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
We know it's primarily a passing league now, but anytime a runner breaks one like that, you've got to have a secondary that can find a way to it and find a way to get him on the ground. Absent of that, he's going to find the end zone every time.
And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Haskins in the Washington offense going to come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. And again this time to the tailback. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Yr2 Gross Matos there to bring him down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going. And then once he made the read, he was able...
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. That's a tough spot as a quarterback, Charles. You want to get rid of it, but you see what can happen when you do try to get rid of it with pressure.
Yeah, how about the pressure coming without them having to blitz? That's when you know things are clicking for your defense, and the end result, they end up gaining 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Washington will take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. On second down, it's Gibson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards, a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Now Haskins on first down. And yet again, Haskins is intercepted. 3rd time. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they're going to weigh things about who who's behind him? Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Check 37.
On the run, it's Fournette. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it third down at 6.
At the 49-yard line. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
Check. 80. Check. Hot. 50. Red 80. 56. Check 56. I'm coming for you, son. 56.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 18, it's a Carolina first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check 26. Rush in. Young lady. No. Check 50. Check nickel.
They'll run with Fournette. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. He will push his way down to about the 14. A gain of 3, second down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Hey, that QB's trash. Let's go. Mud's 56. Hey, man. Watch the boot. Shoot. Check. Red 80. Tighten up. Check. Crunch. Shift. Red 80.
A toss running left, Fournette. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
56. Check 56. Here we go. Watch the edge. Check 4. Lady.
On third down, Fournette. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And his kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So good work there to get points just before the half as they add on to their lead.
As trite as it sounds, every little bit helps. That's exactly what they're going for. Anytime you get a chance to put points on the board, you take it.
And they didn't leave the other side with much time at all on the clock. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Washington takes over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
Final play of the half, it's Haskins. He sets to fire deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
56 the mic. 56 is the mic. Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys.
This is 4nt. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
Watch the safety, Chris. The lady. The lady. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, right there. 56. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. Mike 56, Mike 56. Check it out.
Darnold from the gun. Got his target, Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Fournette on the counter. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Here, baby. Your trip is here. Young lady, 59 mark. Check, 59. Check. Check the backer, check the backer. And 80. He's coming.
They'll run it again with Fournette. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
At the 45-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
Lady, 59. Mike's 59. On yardie. And 80. Mike's 5'9". It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Mike, check. 59. And 80. Yo.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. So good work there on the defensive side for the first drive of the second half.
Yeah, and until their offense can get into rhythm, their defensive players and staff have got to say to themselves, we've got to make it work. We've got to stand in here and make sure nothing else happens until our guys start moving the ball.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And Charles, they trail by 3 scores. Look, they're not completely out of this, but it's sort of go time right now.
Yeah, and they knew that coming out after halftime, it was going to take a collective effort to get back into this ball game. The defense got the stop for them, so maybe that can get things started. Now the offense has to pick their game up as well, and if they can put a score on the board, hey, they could get back in it in a hurry.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. He'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Now it's Haskins. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect him to have more completions to him in this game.
And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Washington.
Off the play fake. Here's Haskins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Dante Jackson picks it. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, but you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
40-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Check. Shoot. Hey, ready?
A handoff to Fournette. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Here's a give to Fournette. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. A gain of 2, just like we saw on 1st and 2nd down as well. Deuce is wild.
56, the mark for 56. Check 56. Right here. Joker.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Joey Sly for the Panther field goal. A 54-yard attempt.
And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. Looking for more there on 1st down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 2nd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They go play action now. Haskins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Washington on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the shotgun, Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 1st down, Washington. Haskins finding McLaurin.
I can put my defensive cap on right now. I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Brian Burns in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. A tough spot for Haskins in Washington here. 3rd and long after that last sack. From midfield now, Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he'll give it here to his running back. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Montez Sweat brought him down. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 46-yard line.
Check, 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 check. Check, check.
Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to be stopped close to the 1st down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 40.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling that the quarterback of this winning team is going to give a whole lot of credit to the running game and the offensive line.
Yeah, I was just going to say the offensive line, yes, carrying the ball has been key, but those guys up front, they've made a lot of space. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 20-yard line.
Switch.
And they give this time to the tailback. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So this one is over. A victory for Carolina, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys are nails out there.
So for the Panthers, the win means they'll finish the first half at a respectable 5-3 record. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Washington, they fall a game under the 500 mark at 3-4 through 7 games. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next.